You're beautiful, yeah. When I walk in, no question that this girl's too because I'm beautiful.
Welcome, Life Budgeters. Welcome back to another video. I want to first off start by saying thank you, Jesus, for another day. Asking Him to go before us in our during the day and whatever that we have to do. And Lord, please remember our family members. I want to go ahead on and jump into this, but before I do, I want to remind you about, or if you don't know about it, there's a video that I made before this one, which is my payoff of my debt snowball. Not payoff, but how much I paid toward my debt snowball. And I think I released that one on Tuesday. So if you have not watched that one, please watch that one. As well as I'll be releasing another one. Either today is Thursday, so I'll be releasing another one either Friday, which is tomorrow, or Saturday. So be on the lookout for that one. That one will be the end of the month close out. The first time for me doing an end of the month close out, and how I feel about it, what I like, what I don't like about it. But let's go ahead on and jump right on in here. Let's go ahead on and do prayer card. Let's pull one, let's pull one, let's pull one. So it says today's prayer. Faith can move mountains. Oh, faith can move mountains. Matthew 17:20. Now, you know, we can say a lot of things about that. And one thing I can say about it, sometimes we can feel that our mountain, let me just leave this here and put that back later. Just see that right there so I can look at it. A lot of times we feel that it's a mountain. However, nothing's a mountain to the Lord. It's just a little molehill. A lot of our problems. Not all of them, but a lot of our problems. So faith can move mountains. I'm going to keep that with me today. Lord, I thank you for that. So, hey, we know what to pray. We already know who to pray to, but we know what to pray for. Lord, increase our faith. Lord, I believe, but help thy my unbelief and increase my faith in you, Jesus, in whatever I ask. And if it's in your will, let me go ahead on and get in this. Okay. Let me go ahead on. So the income, I'm getting my handy dandy notebook. The income that I am going to budget is, let me put this for, y'all know I have to turn it to the side. The income that I am going, let me see if y'all can see. I hope y'all can see. Ooh, I'm sorry. Like clothes and everything getting in the way. Okay, the income that we're going to budget with is from, thank God for Jesus, a subby. Thank you. I'm not going to mention their name. They didn't ask me to. And a lot of times people like to do it in private so the Lord can bless them openly. So, hey, so I appreciate it. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I wish I could have sent you a note, but you know, Cash Out don't let you send notes like that, but I sent you 2 little hearts. Believe it was 2. I want to send you 1,000,000, but thank you so much. I didn't ask you for it again, but I sure thank God laid it on your heart. And she has sent me $100. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and make this. Let me date this. This is not a payday, but I'm putting down the date. Today's date. I think today is the 29th or the 30th. It's one of them. But the subby 100. And remember I was telling you, if you have not watched that video, a side hustle. So I'll put the PD specialist. I'm going to abbreviate that. And I had made $100 on that one. as well. They didn't come on the same day, but I wanted to put these together, add these together for this budget plan here. So we're going to make that $200 total. I hope you can see that. So that's $200 total. So what I paid out of this. Okay, let me break it down. First of all, I am going to put down tithe. Now, I paid tithe out of my PD specialist. That's how much, I can't even talk. I can't talk. That's how much I paid tithe, 10%. So I paid out of my PD specialist. Now, the one that the subby sent, I'm believing that she's sending that to me to help me pay my bills, to get my budget right. So I did not pay tithing out of that because she sent it to me to help with my budget. This one right here, I worked for it, and you know, even if, you know, the Lord blessed me with something, I will pay. Not all the time. I don't pay tithing out of it because I'm a true tithe believer. But when people give me money or send me money or however it is, I put it toward where they sending it to me. So I believe that this subby sent it to me. I know that this subby sent it to me to help pay bills and get straight on my budget. So I just put the whole $100 toward that. The money that I have, I paid my tithe out of that. So that was paid. All right, I want to get that off foremost. Now, remember when I said that I was going to put money in my emergency fund? There's no exceptions on that. I had mentioned that the money that I'll put in an emergency fund is the money that's going to come from my main source job. That's when I'm going to pull money out to put in an emergency fund. After I pay my tithe, straight money coming out to go in my emergency fund as well. Now with my hustle money or gift money, I said if I can pull money out to go in there, then I will. So this time I did not. I want to make that plain if you all can understand what I'm saying. So let's go ahead. So we got the tithing. I'm going to mark that off. And we have T-Mobile. I don't know if you all remember, I was telling you all that I had put T-Mobile on a, payment arrangement. So the payment arrangement ran over into January. They split the bill up for December and they ran it over into January. So they split the payments up in January, as well as I had January bill to pay for as well. Okay. I did not want to go into February. I didn't want to just pay December's bill in January, which I did, and then make it a payment arrangement for January for February, which I was going to have to do that if the Lord had not blessed me through this subby as well as through that hustle money. I was able to get caught up. So when February come, to God be the glory, I would just have to deal with February bill with my phone. So that's caught up. That's caught up. So I want to go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we know a phone is not a want. It's a necessity. All right, these days. So we have tithe. So let me go ahead and put my T-Mobile. So that's what I did. So let me go ahead on and add it up, because I would say, okay, I'm going to pay this much, then I'm going to push this much. I'm going to pay this much for January bill, and I'm going to put the next add the other part to next month. I said, no, let me clear it up. I don't want to go, as much. I don't want to go owing into February, nothing from January if I can help it. So then we have $45 for, nope, not 45. I'm sorry. So we have $49 plus. So when I made up my mind, I said, nope, I'm going to do it, plus that 90, plus, what was that? Plus that 648. Believe that was. That 145.48. 145.48. And that was paid. So now I'm all caught up. All I have to deal with now is February bill. I didn't want that to be an ongoing thing. Breaking it up, moving to the next month. I'm telling you, thank God for you subbing. Thank God for that hustle. That hustle and bustle. So the next thing I want to put down is $6. I hope this, yeah, $6. I'm going to put buffer here. $6 I put in my buffer account. I mean, well, it's in my checking account, but I leave money in there for the buffer. So that $6 was left there for the buffer. As well as, I'm looking at this, I believe, oh, and my Apple. Yeah, we'll do it here. My Apple credit card, $45. I put $45 on in there on my Apple credit card to go ahead on so I can have that in there to finish paying for Ace braces up in there. Even though I put that 301 would have covered it all, but I know that interest charge is coming out, so I just wanted to be safe, and I did go ahead on and pay Ace braces. However, I still owe $166. That $166 was from December that I'm paying now in January. Now I have to pay. Now I'm gonna have January's on into February. So I'm moving one bill into February, which I do not want to, but I thank God I didn't have to move both bills over there into that month. This wasn't just a cosmetic that he needed braces. This had to happen that he needed braces because one of his tooth was not coming down, so they had to move him for his permanent tooth to come down, or they would have had to pull it and put a false one up there if it was up there too long, stuck in the bone, if y'all understand. And I just didn't want him to go through that at his age, so I had to sacrifice. So that is that, and I believe that is all that I did. I'm just checking my handy dandy notebook. You know how I say it. And let's see if this all adds up, because you know this is not a perfect channel. So we have 10 plus 145.48 plus $6 plus $45. So that's 206.48. 206.48. You know what? No. I'm so sorry. Okay. I should have just put, I don't need to put this buffer here, because that buffer need to just be tracked on my expense tracker, because you know I already have some buffer in there. But it's something I did not do right. I'm looking. I didn't subtract that $6 from this T-Mobile bill. I added double to it. That's what happened. I see it on my handy dandy notebook. So this is going to be taken out. This buffer part. That is going to be taken out because I used money. Okay. You all don't get confused because I will confuse you. So that's 10, 1. Let me turn this back around. Not a perfect channel. And 145.48. I know it looked like I'm going to be 48 cents over. Yeah, which is fine. Which is fine. I'm not perfect at this, but I'm getting there. 48 cents over. So let's do the math, which came out my buffer that I have in there. Thank God for that buffer. So the total came up to $200.48. Yep. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the total here and I'm going to subtract it from this total. So I'm going to take my total income, which we know will leave 48 cents. I just like hitting on this, y'all. So we know we'll leave 48 cents, which would be a negative 48 cents. And no cash envelopes, no sinking funds, no savings. And the income, cash envelopes, none. Sinking funds, none. Savings, none. Total bill, $248. I forgot to put my income, which is this right here, $200. So let's subtract that, which you need a negative 48, which came from my buffer. So I'm gonna put buffer paid, that negative 48. So I'm gonna put a check mark because that was paid. So thank God for Jesus. Okay, y'all ain't coming here to hear me sing. So I didn't do no cash stuffing this time for this one. So, woo. Expense tracker. This is one that have an expense tracker. So this is like the end of the month, but I don't do my expense tracker on here. And this is where February starts at. So I will set this up when I get my next income from February, because I've been doing some hustle and bustle money too. But when I do the hustle and bustle money, sometimes I have to work 2 weeks. Sometimes it'll be a week. You know, sometimes it shocked me in December. They did it a couple of days and it went through. Maybe because they was going on vacation. However, we're going to end the vlog here. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're going to end the video here. And I will have a question to ask you all. For my end of the month closeout, I have a question. I hope you can see this part. I'm going to stand this part right here. Let's see. This part here. If anyone understand, okay, I have this part in my monthly planner book and I want to have it done before I do the monthly video, end of the month video closeout. Right here, they had said how they have housing. Oh, I wish y'all could see that. It looks so, and I'm doing this early in the morning, you all, early in the morning. So let me try to get some good light. Let me see if I could turn it. Oh, ooh, now that's some very good light. Okay, so you see how they have, oh, that made me think, did my budgeting video I just did come out good? All right, this is better lighting. You see how they had housing, they have housing, and they have $780, and they said that was 25% of, you know, how much they spent of their budgeting. Food, $450, they said that was 15% of how much they spent. Now, how did they get those percentages? How did they get those percentages? Over here, they say in the circle, it said each is 5%. Now, I understand that. So, like for housing, they had 25% here. And so these 5 cents a piece, 5% a piece. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So the pink part stood for the housing. So I see that they spent most of the money on the housing category. I understand that part. I understand each is 5%. Each one of these section is 5%. But how were they able to know how much was 25% of housing, how much 15% of food? Where did they get this here? How are they able to get these percentages? If you know, please leave it in a comment below so then I can have this part already written out so I can, when I do the end of the month, close out when I start on it tomorrow. So please let me know in the description box below. So that is going to be it of this video. And I want to thank you once again. And I'm going to close it out. Remember, I don't know where, I don't know when, and I don't know how. But I do know one thing for sure, that Jesus will always make a way. Love much, live well, and laugh often. Until the next time, see you later.